Alright, so we're going to be testing out the Is4m, and I want to explain why I put crisscross on my tanks. The reason why is it signifies captured tanks during World War II.
And since I don't actually pay for any of these tanks, like I might throw in a $5 or so, but I usually don't pay for these tanks. I'm capturing them through hard work. So let's get on to it. Oh, I also want to explain why we're going to be using unified controls. I'm going to explain why China has Japanese signal captured logos. I did this because China had the PLA and the National Army during World War II, and what happened is the Japanese would build the they would build the Air Force along with all the other nations for the Chinese. They would build the Chinese Air Force. It was very small during World War II, and they would build it up. You know, the Chinese would get the Japanese planes and German planes, but they would also help the communists. They would give them the Type 97, so they would actually even help the PLA against the National Army. It's all an economic trade of sorts. So I'll do things like put Soviet stars on German tanks, etc., etc. It was a very common practice to borrow the tanks and put the country's flag, or in American terms, it would just be like a star with like a circle around it. You know, they would use other people's equipment, other countries' equipment. It wasn't necessarily a
Good versus evil scenario. It was more like a temporary use. But the Japanese thing is a farce. Like, the Japanese, I don't think ever captured Chinese tanks. Like, because they were Soviet tanks and they were American tanks, so like their force was way too small. Economically speaking, the Chinese did not have a big air force. So let's try the Is4m. This is like my third attempt on recording. I don't know what's going on. Like, I press record and the screen turns up. I don't do it frequently, so I'm always going to get confused when I get a new tank and try to show it off. This time I think I got it though. You know, I lowered the volume so my voice can be heard, etc. So I guess I could just talk while playing. I did have a malfunction on my iPhone 6s recently. What happened is that I used the haptics button for the last like 2 weeks until my order came, and the reason why is because it failed. The damage, water damage on the circuit of the button, and the clip wore out, basically. Alright, let's get serious here. We're playing with YouTubers. We're playing to put this on YouTube, so we expect these people to suck at playing right now. Okay. Anyways, that broke, so I had to make a new foldable spring, which is just like a clip that's like that it's like a clip that they use as a spring. They should actually use a spring, but anyways. So the button fails very easily on iPhones. Very easily indeed. It's not what Google says. It's not a malware-related issue. That would be a hardware issue if your button starts to fail or if you have to triple click. That's an indication of failure. It can be a combination of water damage with a little bit of spring damage, basically. The metal clip fails. I wasn't sure, so I just bought a new button. And I had to build the spring because that was in fact spring failure.
The enemy has captured most of the strategic zones.
So let's get some kills here. Can I say that on YouTube? I don't know. But that's my thing is I say bye fucker. Fuck. Alright. That's the Is4m, basically. Now this is my third video. The last two I played really well. I could have just used a replay actually. So we will cut the video here. Unfortunately, what happened is I was doing something wrong, like you know, windowed mode needs to be windowed mode. The quality of the video needs to be fixed. Just a lot of stuff on the recorder. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say and do. So I'm gonna cut the video off right now.
We don't have the advantage.
Maybe. Yeah, I didn't expect to die so soon. But yeah, that's the Is4m. Plays really well. I don't know what these logs on the side of the tanks are. Maybe I'll add that on the description. I might have researched it then forgot. I think World of Tanks does this thing too. When I was playing it for Xbox 360, I was always curious why they have logs on the side of the tanks. I looked it up, then years later I forgot. I don't know again. Like, I don't know why that they're there.
Allied forces have captured the zone. Attack the enemy.
Yes. But I'm not a casual warthunder recorder, so I usually tend to just upload, you know, bullshit that no one wants to see because, you know, the recording will be fucked up in some way. I would actually just prefer, I did this for a while with War Thunder, is I would record the replays, you know, maybe put a song in there, like put music in the background with Zune, you know, that works. Anything works, basically. But malware does not make an iPhone button defective. That is a lie. Like Google won't have an answer, so they'll give you something that you don't have to care about, like a dumb answer. Yeah, they don't have the Type 97 on this game. They should, but they don't. The Japanese tANk or something. But we'll go ahead and put up a bomber. I think I backed up in time there. Huh, I've never tried this plane before. Never seen this plane before.
Time all the bombs. we landed about 6 bombs in that area. Let's see what happens. 5 bombs, 5 bombs. I got one more. Ah, I gotta kill him now. NASA. SpaceX up in here. I don't know what the fuck this thing is. Alright, that was a bad maneuver. Try the IS-3. We'll just play through it and then we'll stop recording. I hope, like,
And there it is, the Is4m.
If all of the kings had their queens on the throne, we would pop champagne and raise a toast to all